I have reopened the js12.htm file because I want to show you how you can call JavaScript from the body of the HTML document. And this is done using a JavaScript function. Now, in the js12a file, we simply cut the script from between the head tags and pasted it after the head tags here, or the header tag, welcome to the guessing page, in the body itself. Now this leads to some very sloppy looking web pages. They're actually a little difficult to read. They may be more difficult to troubleshoot. And I'd recommend not doing that. And instead, what we'd like to do is create a JavaScript function up at the top of the document between the head tags, and then call that JavaScript function in the body. And this is how the function is set up. So after the comment here, after the script tag, we're going to create a function, and we're going to call this function guess. And when you define a function or declare a function in JavaScript, you need to use open and closing parentheses. And you also need an opening and a closing brace. And the entire JavaScript, which is going to be involved in the function, has to be enclosed within these braces. So I'm going to go to the end of the JavaScript function here, or those JavaScript lines, but before the closing comment here. And I'm going to put a closing brace. It's really important when you create functions to create the opening and closing brace so you don't forget them later on. Because mismatched braces are a cause of a lot of execution errors in JavaScript. So it's better to handle those right up front. So I've now created a function called guess, and it's really important also to understand that that is an identifier similar to a variable identifier. It can begin with a letter or an underscore, and the case sensitivity is also very important. So the only difference between this script now and the last JS12 script is that the code is going to execute here between the head tags, but it's not going to do anything because what we've done is just simply defined a function. So if we ran this right now, we would actually just get the text coming up into the web page. So to get this to actually execute, we can assign this to load after the page has finished loading. And the way that we do this is by typing an onLoad attribute in the body tag. And this basically means when the page has finished loading, go and execute this JavaScript function. And that's done just this way. We have to enclose the JavaScript function inside quotation marks here and inside the closing right angle bracket here inside the body tag. So I'm going to now save this as js13.htm. I'm going to drag that into the Internet Explorer, and sure enough, the same functionality is seen here as was seen in JS12a. And we can enter in a number. I'm going to enter in the wrong number and click OK, and we get an alert saying we guessed the wrong answer. So that functionality, again, is the same. The main difference is that the function is remaining at the top of the HTML document, and it's not buried below. This is a very, very good way, and in fact, it becomes a critical way of working with JavaScript as we continue, particularly as we get into scripts with more complexity.